Hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English channel within Spoken English. The limit of my language means the limit of the world. With this quote of Wittgenstein, I would like to start the session in which you're going to understand multiple aspects of vocabulary and ways to enhance your vocabulary at such extent that at the time when you're communicating something to someone, you create a fantabulous impact. When I first started reading and learning English, I started feeling stuck during a conversation. A friend asked, "How do you feel about today's event?" And all I could say was good. That moment made me realize how important is my vocabulary and how did I limit my word there. And these were so limited. It was a feeling of like painter with only one color. I had that ability to express myself, but just due to the lack of the vocabularies, I was frustrated and dull. So today I'll share how I broke out of that limitation with 5 most powerful strategies, and which is backed up by reliable examples and inspiring quotes. And I promise till the end you'll have a clear path of becoming vocabulary master. First, read wisely and widely. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. George had quoted it. Once I picked up a book named The Alchemist by Paulo. Now in just first chapter, I came across words like omen and maktub, and these were really new to me, but their meanings became clear as I followed the story. So while reading a mysterious novel, you might find the phrase like clue, delusion. If you find these words, note them down and then in the later make sentences from it. The detective found that vital clue in order to solve that case. If you do so, reading does not only improve your vocabulary, but also it immerses you in the culture behind those words, the meaning behind those words. It was the first step. Read books, and when you get to a new vocabulary, you need to make them written down. If you're a procrastinator and you don't feel like doing it, at least you can create 5 to 6 example sentences from that particular vocabulary that you feel like hard to you, that you feel like complicated to you. Second one is keep a vocabulary journal. Once I met a teacher who had a peculiar habit, like she carried a small notebook everywhere she went. Whenever she heard a new word, she used to note it down, and then even in during casual conversations, inspired, I started my own vocabulary journal. Every word that I used to come across, and I feel like it's a bit of it contains some complication inside it, but it can be used by me in normal conversations, and it seems like in future it can be used since the conversations that I engaged in, it's related to that. I used to note it along with meaning and sentence, word, meaning and sentence, word, meaning and sentence, and every night before bed she used to revise that word and thus used to create her own library of powerful expressions and emotions. This in long run creates a fantabulous ripple effect. Just a small action done, and in long term it creates a fantabulous effect. Now third one, learn through context. So tell me, I forget. Teach me, I'll remember. Involve me and I'll learn. Benjamin Franklin. See, now here's the story. Once I attended a workshop and inside which the speaker was using the word paradox more often, and I didn't know what it means. So instead of asking what it means, I tried to look at the sentence more clearly and focused my full attention upon it. And the sentence was, it's a paradox that the more we share knowledge, the more it grows. Now, by looking at the sentence and observing the meaning, I got to know the actual literal meaning of the word. So from the context, you can understand that the paradox is something contradictory yet true. Now, you need to do the same. When you come across a word, rather than searching it on Google and relying completely on internet and people, you should prefer upon your own intelligence. Till now you have studied so much. It's not that your brain cannot construct the meaning of it. Your brain cannot accumulate the meaning of it. It can. All that you need is that you need to put pressure upon it. Once it feels that it's being pressurized in order to get the meaning, it will start doing so by its own. Okay, so instead of memorizing the word like gratitude, learn it like this. I want to express my gratitude for your kindness. Don't learn the meaning. Instead, use those words in actual examples and sentences so that you don't have to learn the meaning and directly you can use it. When I'm saying learn the meaning, it does not mean learning, it means memorizing. Don't memorize the meaning. Instead, start using those words into particular vocabulary so that when you utilize it, the brain will make this process easier for you to do the same for future references. The more you see a new word in action, the more natural you'll use it.